Absolutely, it's amazing. It's one of my favorite spots in Joburg. It's got the views, it's got the food, it's got the best waiters, and yeah, it's gorgeous. Let's check it out. Could you open up fast? Thank you. It's my spot. It's my spot.
It looks nice.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. It's a nice day. It's a perfect day to sit outside.
You can wait back there.
Such a beautiful view.
Like, oh my God.
I recommend everybody come here.
Stunning.
That live in the city to find a space to go and hang out in the inner city itself. But yeah, they're cool, just like cultural hubs that just offer us something different to the everyday sort of feel of the city space. But essentially similar idea, just two different locations with two different vibes, two different energies. I think this year is more about like urban contemporary street culture and those people interested that. And then Maboneng's a bit more just like everyday cool Joburg people, if that makes sense. Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, but yeah, so today we'll be moving around Braamfontein, sort of understanding the history of the place, sort of what it represents in the context of the bigger city itself, but also just yeah, giving you a sense of the different areas of Johannesburg. It's a city of migrants at the end of the day. Everywhere you go to offers you something different, and we'll see as we move around, every block is different.
Got you.
So as a result of that, Braamfontein is one of the more unique spaces, and I like it because I just love art and culture, and I think I love the people that come here. I love what you get when you move around here, and just all of the diversity you get in the space over here. So today we'll be focusing on that's one of my more favorite neighborhoods actually.
Cool, yeah.
Yeah. As more of a graffiti artist, who then became a street artist because he does this work here to pay for his bills, whereas the graffiti is more of a hobby or a fun thing to do. And this is his signature style. So with Nicholas, he's always doing flowers, birds, and color. Either you'll have all three for this experience. Because before Braam, everyone used to go to like places like Melville, Rosebank, and that because that's where all the cool stuff was.
Yeah.
So this year was designed to be like, how do we keep the cool elements of the city in the city? How do we keep the cool people of the city
In the city?
So
Yeah.
that you don't always constantly have to leave the city to find something cool and cultural. And
That's exactly what I do.
Yeah.
That's why I go to Rosebank and Sand.
There we go. So this is why you have places like Maboneng and Braamfontein is for that. Is that before that there was very few like cool spots, and these places sort of is what attracts and keeps a lot of people in the city, more in the context of just like hanging out, kicking it, and looking for culture.
Got you.
And recreate. More of a graffiti artist because, to be fair, he grew up or he did a lot more graffiti, then became a much bigger street artist. So I will refer to him as a graffiti artist, but I mean most people will still refer to him as a street artist. So this artwork here was actually part of a big large campaign that was funded by Hennessy, called the Hennessy Limited Edition Very Special campaign, where what they do is they get a street artist to design a limited edition Hennessy bottle. Then they obviously release that in limited quantity, number one. And then number two, what they do after that is that they ask that artist to also leave an artwork. So in this case, this was just Shepherd Ferry. Most people actually know his brand Obey. I don't know if you've heard about it, the one where they do the stencils of like iconic figures. There's the Obama one. I think Obama's Yes We Can or Yes I Can.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
The Mandela piece. There was the Dalai Lama. There was also Mahatma Gandhi. So this is the exact same artist. But in the context of this line, the purple shall govern, we need to go back to 1955 in South Africa when the Freedom Charter was drafted. So essentially the Freedom Charter, what it is it was the sort of document that was created by a lot of the political parties that were against apartheid, and they were talking about what do we imagine as the future of South Africa. So the Freedom Charter essentially included the values and ideologies of what South Africa could be like in a democracy sort of thing. And the best way to understand is that our Freedom Charter is the basis of our constitution. Just like in America, there's the Declaration of Independence, which forms the basis of the constitutions. In England, I think it's the Magna Carta that forms the basis of their constitutions. For here in South Africa, it's the same. The Freedom Charter is the document which forms the basis of our constitution. And the big tagline out of that is the people shall govern. And really all that sort of speaks about is the fact that during apartheid was minority rule, and obviously everyone that is fighting for against apartheid was all about the majority or majority rule. So when we say the people shall govern, we're obviously just referring to people's power. So in the context of the purple shall govern, what happened in Cape Town in 1989, it was September, was that there was this protest that was organized by the Mass Democratic Movement. And the Mass Democratic Movement was essentially a ghost organization which was housing all of the banned political parties and taking over sort of the role that the political parties would have, or the role that the political parties would have sort of assumed, simply because most of the political parties against apartheid were banned, especially the black ones, right? So Mass Democratic Movement organizes this mass protest, and the premise or the idea for this protest is to march to Parliament to prevent Parliament from voting for a new president. In South Africa, we vote for the political party, the parties vote for the president. So the reason this march happened was that the Mass Democratic Movement's like, we can't vote for a new president in 1989 when there's the bigger question of democracy versus apartheid that needs to be answered. So what's the point of voting for a president when we're still talking about the transition sort of thing?
Yeah.